I need a damn proofreader because I can't spell for shit.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Chase money. Chase money. Hey. Hey. Woo. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure. Hey, look.
Yo, people, this your boy John Lawson. This is one of my favorite topics, and we're gonna just talk about side hustle. The thing was, I talked about building your first business, and then I talked about how I left my job by creating a side hustle. So my initial side hustle ended up being my business, selling stuff on eBay. That ended up being the business, but I created a secondary product as a side hustle. So I didn't have to take money from the actual business. So it was a side hustle on top of a side hustle. The cool thing is the economy we're in right now is so full of available side hustles that you don't have to really overthink this whole thing. So as we're building our product, as we're getting the audience, as we are teaching what we know, you might find other areas where you can do some side hustle to bring in multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. What does that mean? I'm telling you, you see a rushing river that used to be a creek, it's because they all of a sudden, all of the multiple streams that fed into that creek got overflown, and they start feeding. All of a sudden, you have a river running in your backyard. That's what multiple streams of income can actually do for you. And you will find multiple streams right in the business that you're doing. When we're talking about our 36 days to freedom, there are different levels that you're going to be able to do. So let's say you create your course. Once your course is created, then you can go in and you can create your membership site on the back end. From your membership site, you will get people that are interested in doing coaching and one-on-ones with you. From those people, you start getting the people that really are vibing with your whole thing that you're doing, and they're going to want some type of live experience. And you can start creating meetups, breakouts, conferences, all of that kind of stuff. Those are actually multiple streams of income from the first thing you actually started doing, which was teaching what you know. All of that can come to you. But also, I want to talk about this because this is kind of cool. Here are some of the best side hustles to start right now. These are fantastic. Freelance bookkeeping. You good with numbers? Can you keep some numbers? Can you use bookkeeping software? Freelance bookkeeping can be a side hustle that you can start immediately while you're getting yourself together, right? Accounting services. Of course, that's pretty much on the same thing as bookkeeping. And I think what might happen is that I don't think people like doing certain things with their own numbers. The first business side hustle business I ever did was preparing tax returns. I was one of the first people that in my clique of folks actually knew how to use the tax software. So I was like, okay, I can tell other people that don't know how to use the tax software, I can do your taxes for you. And that used to get me so much money in the first part of the year. I mean, just learning how to do other people's taxes, decluttering and organizing stuff. Even my head needs some decluttering, right? We were just talking about this earlier with the team. It's like, who is the one that's the best organizer? Most of us as entrepreneurs are not great organizers. We're just like the go-getters. I am such a go-getter, and I need somebody on the team that can sit back, look at what I'm doing, create the processes, organize it, and then put it out there. When I wrote my first book, I knew that I couldn't write it myself. I needed somebody to just organize the thoughts so that they make sense. So that's another cool thing that you can do, being a virtual assistant. Man, and here's the thing. No matter what you know how to do, if you put a $5 out there, somebody will probably pick it up. If you can save some people some time on doing things that they don't like doing and you can do it, you can create a job out of just doing that. Consulting, again, it's pretty much the same, but it's a higher level than a Fiverr kind of job request. Consulting gets into how to do it, why they need to do it, and who can do it for them, right? So you might know other people that are good at certain things, and I'm going to give you a real good tip right here. So let's say you're not good at writing blog posts. I'm not good at writing, but I can literally go out to Fiverr. I can find, I call Fiverr hundreder. All right. Why do I call that? Because I will hire like 5, 10, 15 people, and I will give them one thing to do. Every single one of them, the same thing to do. And then I find the one that does it best. And that becomes the winner that gets all of the work. Right? So if I find somebody that's great at writing blog posts and they're charging me $30 for a blog post, well, then guess what? I can resell that to somebody else. So there's a lot of Fiverr people and Fiverr jobs that are out there that you can literally arbitrage. You can make money from this work over here and double the price and sell it over there. And you get to keep the stuff in the middle. So that's some killer stuff. Amazon Kindle publishing. Oh man, I got a friend, Chris. He did something I've never seen anybody else do, which is amazing to me. He sold a book for $200, right? I've actually seen another dude that sold $1,000 book, right? So here's what that whole strategy is that they use the book to actually launch the course. The book is the course. And you're using Kindle and its ability to have an audience from Amazon as the way to distribute your course. So you stop thinking about it as a book. Your course, you just turn it into a book and then you sell it for a high cost. And of course, when he did it, nobody ever even thought about doing it. Now I still hear, all these years later, I only see a very few people doing that. And it's a great idea. If you're a copywriter, everybody needs good copywriter. If you can write, everybody needs good blogging, right? If you're a proofreader, I need a damn proofreader because I can't spell for shit, right? But I can always hire a good proofreader. Data entry, that's an old school term. I don't like data entry, but web data and web research. Right now, if I want a topic, I want to speak deeper on it, I can get somebody in the Philippines, basically, for pennies on the dollar to do the web research for me so that I will have talking points on my podcast or for any of putting together your course. So sometimes when your course and what you're teaching needs to have, some more weight to it, you can give that over to somebody that is good with web research to give you that research, hand that research over to somebody that will write your post, and then hand that over to somebody that is good with proofreading and editing, because it's all in the editing, man, right? These are some ways that you can get into the side hustles. Now, here's the cool gig economy that we're into right now. If you got a vacation spot or if you got extra room in your house, you can rent that out on Airbnb. That's income. I know people building entire businesses around the Airbnb model, making hundreds of thousands of dollars every month just by renting out Airbnb spots. And maybe you don't have the money to do the Airbnb spots, but you have other people that have properties they're not using that you could actually leverage to do it for them. So you're an Airbnb manager. And your job is to get new people, make the listings, go out, take the pictures, and then make sure that the people get in, which we would have really liked to have here in this location we're at today. Somebody that actually was able to meet us and manage this property a little bit better. Yeah? All right. So that's one of them. You seen these scooters? Did you know that there are lime chargers out there? I can't remember what they call them. They're lime juicers. And what they do is they pick up the scooter every night and charge it. And if you charge 200 of those in a month, you make like $350 every month. if you're able to do that. That's some crazy numbers. There's gig economies all over. You don't just have to drive Uber, but Uber's great. But Uber also has Uber Eats. Uber has Uber Delivery. Amazon's having their own delivery services coming out. So there's a lot of gig economy stuff that you can also do. So take a look out there, but these are going to be ways that you're going to be able to supplement your income, multiple streams, and not be a burden on the main business that you and I are trying to start. All right, I'm out of here for now, guys. We're going to talk in our next episode. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I have no freaking, but hey, if I turn the page, we're going to talk about pricing. All right, I'm out of here for now. Peace, guys.